I get real depths.
Wow,
We still trapping and feel
what's
bad
happening?
when I think back.
Okay, doesn't it come through the microphone?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Thanks for that. Dan has been giving us background music all night, unintentionally, I think. I really need my sound effect machine, though.
Let's go get it.
Yeah, I think that's actually going to be something that's necessary for me to continue doing this radio show.
We'll just do yay and nay, and if you like it, we hit like claps. If you don't like it, we just
exactly. And I need the air horn. I need the the infamous DJ air horn. I need it. I feel like it's necessary that we have that. Anyway, more important than that, we have the great Milton McCauley and Rob Devious here tonight with us. Hello, gentlemen.
Hello.
How you doing?
Doing good.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Thanks for joining us tonight. We're really excited to have you here.
Thank you for having us.
We're still having technical difficulties. Give me the headphones. I'm taking over. Screw this.
Oh, bye.
All right.
I was waiting how long she needed her control.
Yeah, I don't give up control very easy. We're excited to have you guys here. New album out, Simple Pleasures. And I feel because, Dan has actually been working very, very very hard to get it out there to everybody. We've been hearing about this album forever, right? It's finally here. How long did so for those at home that don't know right now, Rob is the genius producer, the man behind the boards, right?
Sure.
Making things happen. Milton is the angelic voice on the front end, right?
I could definitely say that. Yeah.
And so together you guys created all of the music. It's all original, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So how long did this process take? Simple Pleasures, the concept of the album from start to finish. How much time do you think you invested in this?
Far too long.
Far too long?
Far too long. Way too long. But I mean, for like a first album, I guess it's kind of understandable because like me and Milt had to like build a relationship. We're like friends and stuff now.
Did you know each other before?
No, not at all.
Really? So your common denominator was Dan?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's the one that brought you two together.
Yeah.
So just to kind of clarify, to keep it straight for everybody that's listening, Dan works here at that mag, and he does a ton of different things, but he is also one of his main passions is just working in the music industry. And Rob and Milton are both your artists. Mm-hmm. Full disclosure.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And so you manage both of them.
Yes.
And you brought them together for this project.
Yes, I did.
So you're responsible for this.
Yes.
So good or bad, you're responsible for this. You do realize that.
Yeah.
That's the part that sucks.
I mean, previous to this, I went to school. I went to school basically literally to study music business so that I could get out and do this. Knew Rob growing up, met Milton in school, and so if good or bad, not just a year, 4 years and good $40,000 worth of debt to go, but I'm throwing it all on the line with these guys. So, and I got nothing but faith in this project too.
Okay, so start to front. How long? 2 years? 3 years? 5 years? 10?
Probably like a year and a half.
A year and a half.
No?
To get the album done itself.
Yeah.
It was more like 7-8 months.
Yeah, about that.
It was all like administrative business and
Oh, that's the boring stuff.
Yeah,
the boring stuff took forever.
Yeah,
Yes.
it does take forever, unfortunately. So, how did you guys come up with the concept for the album? Was it, Rob, did you have the music first and you brought it to Milton and you said...
Most of the stuff Milton came down and we wrote it together. I would start producing something and he would come up with ideas and I would throw him ideas, but pretty much it's all Milton when it comes to the lyrics and the melodies and whatnot.
Milton, you wrote all the lyrics yourself?
Yes.
So what inspires you to write?
The moment, whatever I'm doing. Usually when I'm in the shed, it's a creative haven. It's people everywhere, or it's just a secluded session. But either way, it's just art all over the place. So I'm kind of inspired by the moment, what's going on, maybe what I see on the day-to-day, just the vibes I get from the song, and just kind of make it all work together.
You're young, though. Both of you are fairly young, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm just going to throw that out there, too, because that's pretty deep. Could I ask you how old you are? Can we give the industry age? All right, how old are you?
20.
You're 20, right? So when did you realize, how old were you when you realized you could sing?
I've been singing forever. Since I can remember, I've been singing like choirs or something.
So like 5 years, 10 years? Since you were a kid?
Since I was a kid, yeah, like 3, 4. Yeah.
Did you have formal training?
No, never. Actually, I'm just now coming into formal training.
Yeah. So you just loved to sing as a child?
Yes.
So when did you start writing? Do you remember that moment?
I started writing when I was in, I want to say, like, late elementary school. It was a poetry thing, then a rap thing, then I mixed it all together, Save You More with music and R&B, and it kind of just worked out.
All right, so I think that's important to know, too, that this is an R&B album. Would you put it in that genre?
Yeah,
R&B,
yeah, definitely.
hip-hop.
Yeah.
Hip-hop, R&B?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say hip-hop R&B because it doesn't scare males away.
When you say R&B.
Yeah.
It's not one of those stuffy R&B albums.
Yeah, yeah. It has its moments, but
Has this always been, Rob, your forte style of music prior to doing R&B?
honestly, not really. I do a lot of stuff, but you know, I grew up with mostly like a lot of different things. Like my parents are super eclectic when it comes to music, but I didn't get into hip hop until I was in high school, and then I started hearing hip hop I liked, and I was like, oh man, I want to start making beats and whatnot. So hip hop is kind of new to me in the long run. Yeah. Which is, I've still been doing it for a while though.
So were you more like a rock background originally, or just more eclectic as your like your folks?
Yeah, definitely rock and a lot of folk music actually.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
oddly
think
enough.
this would be a good opportunity for everybody that's not familiar with them to hear them, don't you?
Yeah.
So we could put this into some context.
Want to play the single you guys dropped?
What song are we playing?
Play Everybody Knows
Whichever.
first.
Everybody
Sure,
knows? All right, so we're going to play Everybody Knows. When we come back, just to kind of give you a heads up, we got to ask you guys the question of the night, too. So you have an opportunity to think about it.
Uh-huh.
What is the furthest you would ever travel to see an artist or a band perform?
Oh.
So you could think about that while we're playing the track. And also when we come back, we're going to talk about the track itself, what it means, all that fun stuff.
Okay.
All right, we'll be back in a minute.
Wake up, your hands rubbing your eyes. Recollect the stuff and recollection night. Oh my, this is the end of the ride. You seem to have everything you came with. Waving to the people, make no changes, but they make observation. Yeah, you tried your best to let nobody know, keep it under wraps and stay in control. But little did you know that on the low, everybody knows, everybody knows, everybody knows. Everybody knows. This close so many times before. Each time thinking I should spend more. Enjoy this planned surprise. No need to answer the phone. Far as you're concerned, I'm sleeping on. Start out slick, nobody can steer. Right, tried your best to let nobody know. Keep it under wraps, stay in control. But little did you know that on the low, everybody knows, everybody knows, everybody knows. Yeah, everybody knows. It all comes back full circle in every way. Assumptions, perception, or something. Whispering echoes from nothing. And keep it to yourself. Never hurt somebody else. You tried your best to let nobody know. Keep it under wraps and stay in control. But little did you know that everybody knows. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. Yeah. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. And everybody knows. Everybody
All right, everybody knows. There's lots of discussion about this track happening right now in the chat room. The bass is so damn funky.
It's not just funky. It's
so damn funky. Rob is the best hip hop producer in the area.
Got to give a shout out to the guy playing bass on that. Actually, a lot of the tracks on the album is the guy who did the mastering, Greg Altman from Vacationer. That's his buddy from I think Canada, and we don't know any information about him other than that his nickname is Bean, and so Bean on bass.
Plays bass.
On that track.
He has a damn funky bass
He's very
line.
good.
We know that too. All right, so the question is, what is that song about? No one seems to be able to figure it out.
Everybody knows.
Really?
So.
Yeah, everybody knows.
I thought. Do you want me to say it? 'Cause
I mean, you can. I'll just be. I laugh.
I mean, it's about like like the walk of shame. Yeah.
The walk of shame, for those at home that don't know what that is either. That's when you wake up in the morning, roll over, go oh shit, and have to leave in barefoot and without your coat, right?
Yeah.
And walk home.
Yeah, and you look like a mess, and everybody knows.
Walk of shame and nobody knows.
Everybody knows.
Yes.
Actually,
That's gonna be the
not to change the subject about that, but my favorite walk of shame story ever actually didn't involve me. It was Halloween. My roommate at the time called me the next day and said, I need you to pick me up immediately. And it was like noon the next day, and she was at a parking garage, and I went to get her, and she was still in her Halloween costume, which was Little Red Riding Hood.
Oh, man.
But a slutty Little Red Riding Hood.
Oh, man.
And it was 12 in the noon, and she had like fishnets and this short red skirt, and she's standing in this parking garage, and there's a wedding. And everybody's just pulling, and she's standing there with her basket and like these pigtails with her head down in the parking garage. And that moment is like captured in my mind.
I actually think that people always play their alter egos on Halloween, and they think it's okay to act it out.
God, if your alter ego is like the sexy Little Red Riding Hood, though, there's issues. Anyway, so that's what it's about, right? So what about it?
That's a bad roommate.
What about the walk of shame? You're just talking about what that feels like? Is that... Or everybody knows that that's you're walking home with your head between your legs?
Not him.
No, not
Not
me
you.
personally,
Oh, it's
no.
not about you.
Yeah. It's on
Right.
on my side, you know?
Right, it's about my friend.
I'm in bed. She's getting out of bed. It's kind of one of those things.
It's her walk of shame.
Yeah.
Got
Started
it.
out feminine, then everyone just kind of, you can take everybody knows wherever you want to go after that,
Yeah.
So why is this song just real? Okay, I don't know if that's real okay or real okay. That was the question. I'm not really sure how to do that. Anyway, so what was the inspiration for that track, Milton?
I think at the time I just came from school.
You're in college now, right?
Yes. So I was during this whole like CD process. I was in college. I've been in college, still in college, and I just come from school. And I remember past times of walks of shame from certain people, and I thought it was funny. And I felt like the song definitely brought a harmony to the song. Yeah.
So what did you hear the beat first? Rob? Did you?
Yeah.
You have the beat made already.
Yeah. And Milton took that one home and just wrote it in like a day.
What is it about that beat that made you think of the walk of shame? That's what I'm trying to get at. What was that moment that it all clicked for you?
Well, that bouncing, the dun, 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 dun. Like that kind of reminds me of like when somebody gets out of bed, they're just like, oh man, looking around with the Scooby-Doo face.
It's kind of like a sigh.
Yeah.
That downward motive is kind of like a sigh or something.
Interesting. See, that's a really interesting way to look at it. All right, so that was Everybody Knows. The album came out what date? It was just recently, right?
Yeah, it was like a few weeks ago.
16.
Yeah, February
16.
Valentine's weekend.
Weekend. It was a year and a half in the making. So what's the plan now? The album's out.
Oh well, I'm already producing.
Two.
I have a bunch of beats for it now. I'm kind of picking and choosing and just keep making them, and it's definitely going to be a lot different. It's going to be a lot better too because we're both
we're really working on a summer project coming up actually, and a couple of singles being released before the summer project.
Both of you again?
Yes.
Interesting. That's interesting because I was saying before that in the chat room, they're saying you are the best hip hop producer in the area, hands down. And I think that deserves some clarification because in the hip hop world, music is created slightly differently than maybe it would for a rock band, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So what's your process like when you're creating music for hip hop or creating beats, which is how it's referred to in the hip hop world as well?
Yeah. Well, usually, I used to use samples and whatnot, but I vowed to never use samples again.
Really?
So yeah, because I mean, I can play a bunch of instruments, so it's like, why am I doing this?
What can you play?
I play all the basic instruments and some odds and ends here and there too. Like my main instruments are guitar and piano, but you know, bass goes along with that too, and drums, and it's like play a little harmonica. I play a bunch of weird instruments like the bouzouki.
What's that?
I got
The
this weird
bouzouki?
the bouzouki, which is a Greek instrument, and yeah, I play I got this Chinese flute. I'm kind of alright at.
Please, every instrument.
You're kind of all right at the Chinese flute. So you're one of those folks that just like picks up an instrument and music just magically comes out of it, right? It's just a natural ability for you.
Yeah, I'm lucky enough to have a pretty decent musical touch. I'm pretty alright at everything. I'm not great at one thing.
Can you read music and
I can
and
read
stuff
it,
like
not in the moment. If you put a piano score in front of me, I'd have to sit down.
So everything you do is kind of by ear.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right,
absolutely.
so you get into the studio. We were talking about how this process works for you, right?
Usually sit down at the piano.
Okay.
And come up with an idea, and then start to bring it to life with other sounds, synths and whatnot, or the piano itself, electric piano, like whatever sounds I find. I like to go back and sample Milton's voice too. Mm-hmm. Just pretty much just stick around until it's cool.
Do you have a lot of
What a life!
What's up?
Do you have a lot of different percussion instruments that you like to use?
Oh, honestly, I just use regular stock drum samples, and I just do my thing with them.
Okay.
Just like a drummer makes his own drum kit sound the way he does because it's that drummer. There's something to be said for just using some plain old stock sounds and bringing them to life. Mm-hmm. So that's pretty much what I do.
So do you have concepts in mind for the music, like before you sit down, or do you ever like sit down and like I want to write a upbeat?
Yeah,
track
definitely,
today?
definitely. Sometimes I'll have an idea in my head that I try and bring to life. Sometimes I'm successful, and sometimes I just sit down and just hey, wherever it takes me, just do it.
We need some upbeat tracks here at That Mag Radio, just for the
Oh,
record,
yeah?
because we were been playing some really sad music lately,
Mm.
right? Let's go ahead and listen to another track. This is a good time. We need an upbeat one.
What would you guys like?
Oh, upbeat one, huh?
G-Mac. That's upbeat
Yeah,
as it
yeah,
gets.
yeah. That's probably the most exciting track on there.
Which one is this?
It's called G-Mac.
You want
G-Mac.
to break it down for us? Introducing the song.
Oh, this song is G-Mac. Give Me a Chance.
Okay.
Yeah, it's upbeat. It's not really. We're not really for the relationship in this song. It's not like we're trying to get married here. We just want to get a chance right quick to have a good time.
Anything on this track?
No.
No
No.
features. Okay, I still need to get your answer. When we come back, we'll do it again. Your answer
Oh, yeah,
to the
right.
question of the night.
Okay, yeah.
And I do want to talk a little bit about some of the features that are on the album and talk about
absolutely.
what the hell the shed is. Although we mentioned it before, I think that it deserves repeating.
A little bit clearer.
We'll be back in a second.
I'm not asking for your girl, just let me know if I should let you go. If you give me a chance, girl, and let the song play, make love till the morning. Let me the first I know we haven't been talking for so long, and I might just be wrong, but you look like something's on your mind. Maybe if we just gave it a chance, this dance with romance, we would doing something right. I'm not asking for your girl, just let me
curse and a blessing. I don't know, still connection. Still erection, here comes affection. Someone correct me, I'm wrecking. So deep, I sink to the brink of what I perceive as love. In this cusp between his lips lies a waterfall of pleasure. It gets a hold of me, controlling me. Hopefully, I drown in this potency. I smell the roses, this potpourri. Each leap of memory, remember this moment with the smell of me. Remember me,
I've been trying to make you fall in love, girl. I just can't get enough, girl. I just can't get enough, girl. Get enough, girl. Get enough, girl. I've been trying to make you fall in love, girl. I just can't get enough, girl. I just can't get enough, girl. I just can't get enough, girl. I'm not asking for your love, girl. Just let me know. If I should let you go, if you give me a chance, girl, just let the song play. Make love to the morning.
And we're back.
Oh God, why is everybody screaming?
I gotta get excited here. Come on now, wake up.
Jesus, yes. All right, we're back. So what's that song about?
You just-
Oh, we went over.
I know. Say it again.
Yeah, again? Okay. G-Mac, give me a chance. It's not really about getting married or anything, but just give me a chance. Let's have a good night. Let's have a good time, enjoy ourselves.
Yeah,
All
it's a
right.
fun song.
Yeah.
We have Monica right now in the chat room. Who
Monica.
is a female singer,
She's a soulful singer
soulful singer.
and can play.
Said she can sing in any key. She has a 4-octave range. She is selling herself right now because she wants to work with you guys in trade. So I'm curious, Monica, what you could offer them. Just curious. Just what's the trade part? I want to know.
Wait,
Well, we were talking about females right now.
Wow,
in the
what are
area.
you doing over there? Are you pimping?
Ain't going.
Listen, when you're a manager, that's essentially what you do, right?
No, I
Dan?
get it. I get
You know what,
it.
man?
Just the way you said that.
I'm curious.
By the way, if Rob, for the record, and Milton, if you guys want to tell everyone how people can get a hold of you guys directly, because that way Monica can reach out to you directly.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Definitely just add us on Facebook. That's I check it every day. I look at my messages and stuff. Add me.
Facebook.
My actual
Yeah, where
my
Facebook is that?
my actual Facebook is my real name, which is Rob Deckhart, DECKHART.
And Dan will type that out in the chat room for everyone who's listening.
And you have a Rob Devious fan page
Yes,
as well,
yes,
correct?
yeah. Please like
Which would
that.
also be a good place for
Hey.
folks to go find you.
Yes.
because- And then
True.
And
Milton, you have a fan page as well right now.
Yes,
That is-
yes. You can go to miltonmusic.com, and then the website.
With a Q.
Yeah, with a Q. I
Yeah,
forgot, with a
good
Q. Or you can go to the facebook.com/miltonmusic. That's the fan page.
Is that with a Q?
With a Q.
Milton Music with a Q, Rob Devious. You can find them both on Facebook. You guys are on Twitter too?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. I don't really go on Twitter.
You're on Twitter.
You're on Twitter.
We could harass you on Twitter. You don't have
Sure,
to
yeah,
answer.
yeah.
And
what fun would that be? Because he won't respond.
Dan is being very kind right now, listing all of this in the chat room. So Monica said to hire her, she can trade cash food. And
Wow.
she's okay with me pimping her. She said, "Pimp me, baby."
And for food.
Jeez.
And for food. Hold on, we have to talk to her. This might be something.
Yeah, if
For
you could
food,
bring.
you guys will do it.
I mean, I need-
food, man.
No.
Yeah, I mean,
No.
Why
Bill's
is it-
like, "I'm really hungry."
Yeah, I'm really
All right,
hungry.
so we've had a few guys on from Corfu. We've talked about what Corfu is and what that all means. We've had Rich, we've had Adrian. Who else have we had here?
We also have Corfu Panda in the chat room, by the way.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Corfu Panda in the
shout
chat
out to
room.
Corfu Panda. That's my buddy Boggs.
Both of these guys have come on. We've talked a little bit about the shed, but I'd love to hear, just a recap for everybody what that actually means. Like, what is the shed? What is Corfu? Why are you a part of it? Because there's some serious stuff happening that's coming out of the shed right now, and the Burbs is killing it with music.
Yeah, the shed is literally a shed in my backyard. It's a really big shed. It's about the size of a 2-car garage, and it's bursting with color and art there's really not. There's like no square inch of the shed that isn't some sort of design or piece of art.
That is literal.
And
literal.
Yeah. Even the rugs are really nice,
yeah.
And it's really like you could do whatever you want in there. I mean, within reason. And I have a bunch of instruments in there. That's where I pretty much produce everything. I got a nice sound system. It's where I record everything too. And it's Milton, why don't you tell a little bit from an outsider perspective?
The shed is literally a shed.
Yeah.
Yes,
and that's where all the magic happens.
Yeah.
So from what I understand, I personally have not been to the shed because I go to bed at
it's
like
it's not a rustic tin roof.
Yeah, it does not. Yeah, it has a real roof.
But I get really tired, so I never make it out.
And heat.
But Chelly, my partner, obviously, he knows what it's all about, and Rich, of course, and
he falls asleep in there all the time.
Who, Rich?
Yeah.
There's never been a time.
I actually have quite a few photos of Rich sleeping at the shed.
Yeah.
The shed is a great place to go do work, get really tired, pass out. Yeah.
All right, so but this is like a collaborative place, right?
Absolutely.
All different kinds of artists come in. They could be visual artists. They could be musicians. But when people come to the shed, everybody kind of works together, and stuff comes out of there, and it's
collaborative.
Awesome, right?
Yeah.
So how long has it been in existence now?
I've been using the shed as what we use it for about since my first year in high school. So it's been about 10 years. So all the art that's accumulated is just about like 10 years in the making.
So you were saying earlier that your parents are kind of very eclectic, and have they have come into the space? Have they seen the shed?
Oh yeah, they're all about me having my own spot and doing my thing in there because, I mean,
are they musicians?
They encourage. Yeah. My dad used to play bass. My mom's a great musician, a great songwriter. She has a beautiful voice, and she plays music very casually, but she was always a big inspiration on me, and both of them are really an inspiration just because they're so supportive.
They're so kind.
Yeah, they're awesome.
So what is Corfu then? We know about the shed. How does Corfu fit into this? That's the response I always get.
That's hard to say.
I don't know.
No one really knows exactly.
I was him though. I was the inventor of him.
See, Corfu has its own language. I gotta explain this, right? So when you're saying that, I was him.
Milton is the originator
of the heme.
That is actually a Corfu term that means happy.
It's like good.
Like good.
It's general good. It's
right.
Positive terminology.
We don't have our Corfu to English dictionary in front of us, so you need to fill it.
Heish is the negative of heme. See?
Haitian heme.
Heish, yeah.
All right, so Corfu is this group. It's kind of like the group of folks that have come, the collective
exactly,
of folks that have come together, and you're really trying to put out there a positive vibe.
Support one another, and to create art together.
For me, as far as Corfu goes, when that whole situation was created, I was there in the beginning, but I was just starting out. I literally just stepped foot onto the scene at all, and the people that are involved in that kind of took me as a young bull, as they say in the area, and it kind of just showed me what's going on. Everything really helped me get in there, and when I kind of took the knowledge they gave me and just ran with it with the help of Dan and Rob, and turned out really great actually.
And now there's this album, Simple Pleasures, which we keep coming back to. Let's play another track. This is a good time.
Slippin' Dippin', please.
Yeah?
Yes,
Which
that's
one?
a great one.
Yeah, you're gonna have to set this one up. Tell us.
Slippin' Dippin'?
Slippin' Dippin'.
Yes,
Well, one
please
time
tell.
I was in New Jersey and I was just trying to smoke in peace, and of course a police officer didn't want me to smoke in peace within the confines of my car, so he began to take me to the confines of his car, and so this one came.
Yeah.
In the ass, something like my granddaddy gave it. Somebody told me got his bad habits on law. Life is like a prison sometimes. Can I just live it sometimes? Got Money got the whole cushion. I don't need it, count me off, I do the slipping. Oh Lord, wasn't even trying to climb. Had it begging for my snacks and the begging for a line. I got the summertime blues. Today's sky seems to be a different view. Falling through a cloud is not so cool, 'cause rainy days, rainy days will come and go. Some days move fast and others move slow. Some days high and some days low. At least I'm moving on. Sometimes we go little wrong. Trying to grow, but you're still so. I guess I'm starting to walk. Beside tranquility, all I ever ask for, all I need, just never smoking me. I never saw it coming, it just hit me by surprise. Know me right between the eyes. That would have been if I was living, I'm trying to get by. I was just hungry, thinking what did they think I was living in cereal, I said again, I'm gonna live back and back to all my love, and some of my love, 'cause I'm fucked. Oh fuck. Two guys, one glass slap, one might get one back, no voice working shit. Oh man, this all shit. I guess sometimes take what you get. I just know my old spit now.
Sometimes the one time get out of line. Yeah, I got some fines, that's why they wanna keep me confined. They using words like absconding and warrants. Them boys in the Taurus got me feeling like Forrest. Running, cause I had a couple run-ins back in the day when I was on my got it if you want it. Cheese sandwich in my stomach and some skippies on my feet. They caught me slipping in the street, I should've listened to my peeps like
sometimes we go little wrong. Trying to grow, but you're still so. I guess I'm starting to walk. Beside tranquility, all I ever ask for, all I need, just need is smoking peace. I never saw it coming, it just hit me by surprise. Know me right between the eyes. That would have been if I was living, I'm trying to get by.
All right,
Ramen
we're
noodles.
back.
Oh,
what was the
no.
name of that song again?
I swear to myself.
Slip and Dip It. And who's featured on that track?
Miles Jakowski.
No,
Miles.
yeah, that's Miles.
Miles, who did a little great feature. What are you talking about,
Yeah,
ramen
no, when he was talking
noodles?
about ramen noodles, and I said, I swear to myself, when I left college, I will never fucking eat
Never
ramen noodles
again.
again.
I'm feeding it right now.
Never.
Some spicy ramen would be great.
Is that one of your favorite things to eat, ramen noodles?
No, just random, just craving right now.
For
Oh,
ramen
you're craving
noodles.
it.
Yeah.
I've never
Oh,
heard
wow.
of that.
Never
Do
heard
you
anybody
know-
crave ramen.
Yeah.
I read an interesting thing, and if you have an extra 50 cents to experiment with a ramen noodles, I would try it. But if you rip down
They're
one side of the
upstairs.
cup, you'll see that there's about 3 inches on the bottom that's empty.
Oh, I
And
don't like the
noodles
cups,
are
man.
only like a little.
The bags are.
Oh, I'm talking about cup of noodles. You're
Yeah.
right, not ramen. But the cup of noodles are only like an inch.
Oh,
You go up
yeah,
on the
yeah,
fourth
JP
floor
on
for
that.
$1, you can get some ramen noodles.
Really?
I'm not kidding you.
Do you do anything
well
creative
then.
with them, or do you just make them straight?
No, I haven't had them in years. I usually, maybe I had a
That
little
is
bit
so
of
random.
pepper.
You haven't had them in years, and you're just craving them.
But you know, there's like a whole new wave of like etiquette with eating ramen that's happening right now. Like people
Really?
are making pizza crusts out of it.
What?
Yeah,
Why?
they're
Ramen?
out of ramen
Yeah, what?
noodles. They're
How?
making
How does
taco
that
shells
work?
like out of ramen noodles.
What?
They're doing all sorts of kinds of things with
That's
Interesting.
because
ramen
someone's
noodles.
bored and got really high.
What is really
Yeah.
going on here?
Yeah. I mean, they're not bad. Ramen noodles are pretty good, right?
That is
Yeah.
not
No.
pizza
Okay.
crust.
So right before we went into that track,
That's not a taco.
we talked about the fact that we need to still ask you the question of the night, and that is, how far would you travel?
No. How far did you?
Oh, did
Did
you
we?
travel
Yes.
to see an artist that you really like?
Okay.
Did you think about it?
Milton, go first. Because
Go ahead,
his is
Milton.
different.
What is it?
Hour and 15.
Where was that?
More than
from
that.
s-
From Maryland to here?
No.
Anytime
no,
he comes
no,
here,
no.
Oh, you never done that?
Like,
Nah, from my school to Philly. Yeah, school to Philly.
Yeah.
So to see what artist?
Actually, I went to see some up and coming artists. Kid Felix, Chill Moody, CJ and Evan, and there was one more, I believe.
Yeah, I forget her name though.
Yeah, me too. It was a lady R&B singer. She was amazing, but it was just it's really hard to remember certain names.
That was at the Hard Rock Show?
Yes.
Right?
yes, yes.
What about you, Rob?
Let's see. Every year I go to the Philadelphia Folk Festival, so that's kind of a little
There you go.
Swanksville. Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
That's
Every
out
year.
there a little bit.
I've been there 20,
I've been there
25
a few times.
times.
It's a fun time.
Oh yeah. Oh,
25
yes, it is.
times?
Yeah, every year of my life, including when I was in my mom's belly. Or
Shut
not
up.
belly, you know.
Yeah, I know what you mean. In her belly.
Yeah.
You are. That's kind of crazy. 25.
Yeah.
Do your parents still go too?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This is probably my mom's like 40th year.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
She
She's
should
one
get,
of
like,
like
a
the front
trophy or
shows.
when you
something.
start going like
Yeah.
to Folk Fest, like, and I've gone there and I know the people who go, they're like a core.
Yes.
And they go all the
Yes.
time. And now there's two different types of people too.
Yes.
They're the campers who never leave the campsite,
Nope. That's me.
and there's the main stage for people who just want to come to the
Yeah.
main stage.
Exactly.
And I've done both, and I personally I love the camping site.
Yep.
Because you don't
Yep.
need to leave. The music
Exactly.
around you with the people
Exactly.
performing is.
Yeah.
I thought it was more entertaining.
Yeah.
Than the schmucks on the main stage.
Yeah, and you get it's kind of a fun mix in the campground because you get like it's fun to watch like the people who are
Inspiration.
like way too drunk jamming because that's fun to see that energy. But you also see like lots of seasoned like bluegrass musicians who are just calling out songs and playing them, which is awesome.
No,
I live for that.
Just to go to sleep for that. I mean,
Yeah.
at night, just to go to when you go to sleep, it's
Oh,
funny.
yeah.
You go to sleep listening to some nice music because it's like mellow time, and you wake
Yes.
up listening like you literally it's music all like 24/7.
Yep,
You never stop.
absolutely.
It's music.
Magical place.
I want to talk a little bit more about the album Simple Pleasures because this isn't like this wasn't a normal project. You guys had gotten some support and help by, you mentioned him earlier. His name escapes me. The guy that helped.
The engineer. And
Yeah.
Greg.
Greg, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm curious about what that was like for you because you're a musician, so you create all this music, and now you hand it off to somebody else.
Yeah,
And you say, here, make it better. Was that
Yeah.
difficult?
Yeah, definitely, because I mean, as a producer, we have a thing about like being having a decent amount of control.
Decent amount. That's a really nice way of saying it.
Yes.
Producers are a little like nuts. No offense to you, like in a good
they
way.
have to.
Yeah,
But you're all
absolutely.
a little bit like
Yeah, they are.
control freakish when it comes to your
absolutely.
work.
absolutely. That's the number one trait.
Yep.
So it was a little bit difficult. I'm very satisfied with the result, though, and I definitely learned a lot from it, handing it off to somebody. So more so than anything, it was a really good learning experience.
What about you, Milton? Were you nervous about like your first album, right? That you've ever? I mean, did you have any projects out prior to this?
Projects. No.
Other than features on other albums, you didn't have anything that was just yours, right?
Nope, just singles and like Mrs. Jones. I did that. That was all me. That was
Yeah,
nice.
Milton did that himself.
Yeah.
It's a good song, though.
So now you have this feature album. How many tracks? There's 10? 11 tracks
yeah.
on the album, and you're handing it over to professionals in the industry, waiting to scrutinize you. Not that they want to, but because they want to make it better, right?
Yeah.
They may want to a little bit. But what was that experience like for you?
I wasn't really worried about the scrutinize. You can say what you want and feel about the album, and I'll respect your decision, and I'll definitely take heed of it. But I was more or less concerned that they would change my vision. for the sound of it all.
Yeah.
I don't want it to sound like a rock album. I don't want it to sound just like Jodie. I want it to. There's a certain tangy sound that comes from this.
Jodie. Wow.
That's
All
like
the people you could have just named.
so
I did
90s.
not expect Jodie. I gotta be honest.
It's just a lot of times when you say R&B, people just take it straight there. They just take it down. I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa,
Yeah.
whoa.
Keith
Yeah.
Sweat.
Me and
Keith?
both Milton and I love classic R&B.
Yes, we do. Yes, we
Really?
do.
Oh, absolutely.
Was
man.
that kind of what the common ground was for working on this album together? That you guys both had a
Definitely.
love
I
for
mean,
the
not
genre?
as much as you'd think.
I think music and just being people. I think we're just very well together. As
Yeah,
people,
yeah,
like, in
exactly.
general. Yeah, we worked
Yeah.
well. Just
So you haven't had any bad experiences yet?
no.
No.
Yet. I like how he added the yet.
Yeah.
As if they're coming. And they are.
No, I mean,
They are.
no, they're coming. Trust me. And I'm just saying yet because I've indirectly I've been around as long as he's been putting this record together.
I know.
So I know that he's been coming and doing this and featuring here and going. He's working his way, doing the baby step thing, the right way to do it. I like that because you don't want to just jump and then you fall real fast.
Yeah.
So you're doing the baby
Build it.
step thing, and I respect that. I just know that you've been having a good time so far.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
I try to always have a good time.
Yeah.
You haven't had anything bad to happen, but then this is your first record, right?
I wouldn't say we haven't had anything bad.
Well, nothing
But-
that was noteworthy that you.
Oh yeah, we've had
Yeah.
disagreements. of
Oh,
course.
between us,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
never, no. We always
Yeah.
just
Would you
never
like
like
the support you're getting just from your local, from the local community, the music community?
That's awesome. I'm nothing without the people in the community. Honestly, all the love that they've been giving me is the only the love we've gotten from them is the reason why we are where we are now.
Yeah.
The CD release is going to happen because of those people.
Absolutely.
The music video went over so well, first video ever to come out because of those people. The acclaim that the CD got, all the good looks because of those people.
Everybody knows was the video.
Everybody knows was the
That's
video.
on
Yeah.
YouTube.
We're
There's
actually
a-
released another one soon too.
Which one is that going to be for?
Well, I don't know if supposed to tell, but I don't really care. So Eros Attraction.
You could tell us.
Okay, Eros.
Eros Attraction. So I know that the Everybody Knows video I think I had talked about it before. That was a really well shot video. Who did that?
Yinka.
Yinka Soda, former Temple student. Milton and I actually met him through a friend of
Alumni,
ours.
right?
Yeah,
Yes.
now, yeah, we met him while he was still at Temple.
He was
and
Berg's Vision. He was
Right.
Berg's Vision. Now he's Yinka. Just Yinka Soda, I believe.
Yeah, doing his own solo thing now. We met him basically kind of when he was starting to turn around and do the business end of things, and we grabbed him early.
Through a friend of Albright.
Yeah, through a friend at Albright.
His
And,
brother, actually.
and by that, we actually got him to do this next video as well. And, well, you know, as long as these keep coming out as good as they do, there's no reason to change it, you know what I mean?
So we should mention, Milton, you attend what university?
Albright.
What are you majoring in?
Music Industry Studies.
Music industry study. Was that your major?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
you both are getting. Are you helping him with his homework?
No, but actually, last week we were scheduled to have a meeting and part of a video shoot for a song that he's doing with Golden Spiral, and because of that, Milton was going to have to miss it was a 5-page paper and a 1-page paper,
5-page
and
paper, 1-page
I was like,
paper.
dude, I don't care what it takes, get your ass here, I'll write the damn paper for you.
Did you write it?
No,
the meeting got canceled, the video shoot got canceled, so but I would have done
Dan
it.
definitely called out. He was
My
like,
God,
no.
you're such a pushover, dude. Seriously.
No, that's
we
a
need-
good friend.
regardless of things, you got to get shit done. So if I could take one of them papers off his hands and get him in a video shoot, and I don't have to worry about it, then that's fine.
Right now, Milton is calling everybody and booking shit when he has a paper due. You know, that's exactly what's happening. Oh, paper due tomorrow. Hey, Dan, remember when you said that you would write my stuff?
Hey man, if he's paying for his education, he doesn't want to, make that money worth it. That's his own fault.
Just like Jeff said, I hope Dan isn't helping with his homework.
Yeah. So, Milton, who's your inspirations? Who did you grow up listening to?
Yes.
I stole my Dan.
You go ahead and ask.
No.
Let's just rewind.
Well, I was
Go ahead.
basically what I was saying, based on just being your first your first record, being younger than you are, you obviously grew up coming up with some kind of inspirations. What took you to where you are right now to start recording? Who was it for you? I mean, was it hell in a handbag, or is it just?
It's never been like a constant thing with me. When it comes to music, I'm pretty much everywhere you can possibly think of. If you throw it my way and it has a sound, I want to listen to it. I just want to see what's going on, want to see what I can take from it. So as far as inspiration, I just say everywhere And then you can go to the normal, the Stevie Wonder, of course, amazing voice. New age sound.
Reggie said Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy. Yo, Eddie Murphy is actually definitely inspiration. He's hilarious. So, try to get some jokes in there.
He is hilarious.
He did try to actually sing though, for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember
He's
that.
got an alright voice.
Yeah.
He does have an alright voice.
Yeah.
What's your favorite album of all time?
Wow, that's a hard one.
Yeah,
The World.
Eesh.
We'll go
I
with
don't
that. I don't have one.
I have one.
Man.
Do you have one, Rob?
I have to think about it really long and hard.
Well, who's your influences musically?
As far as production goes, I mean, I like all the classic greats, like Pete Rock and DJ Premier, and one of my favorites, Jay Dilla, especially because he had a lot of R&B in there.
Dilla.
D'Angelo too, who worked closely with Jay Dilla.
I secretly love D'Angelo.
Oh, why would you keep it a secret?
Yeah.
I don't broadcast it, but I have this live recording of him doing the song Africa. That's probably one of my all-time favorite pieces of music.
Guilty pleasure, huh?
Apparently he's coming back.
Yeah.
Oh, Guilty Pleasure. He's amazing.
He's
Don't do that.
amazing. Yeah.
It's not good.
But another one of my big influences is Square Pusher. If you ever heard of him,
I have not.
he's a incredible artist who does a lot of, I can't even describe it at all, but his he's like my favorite as far as like skill wise production.
Is he hip-hop?
He can do pretty much anything, but he does a lot of he's British and he does a lot of like drum and bass jungle type stuff. But he's also an incredible jazz musician too, and he just does everything. But my biggest influence is Nobuo Uematsu, who's who composed the music for the Final Fantasy video game franchise.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Awesome.
He's where I get all of my inspiration pretty much.
Have you sampled that yet?
No, I will never sample him.
Why?
Because I that's like my hero. I can't do it. I
What,
can't touch
that
it.
wouldn't be like an ode to him, like a compliment?
Maybe. I did actually on my SoundCloud. I did a recreation, my own arrangement of one of his pieces from Final Fantasy VII, and yeah, it like I wouldn't be able to sample him. I'd have to do like a rearrangement of one of his songs or something.
Yeah, an interpolation.
Yeah,
Let's do
exactly.
something cool.
Yeah.
All right. Listen, I think you should do it. That should be the next project. Dan, get on that.
Okay.
Make it happen. Because I mean, that's like
I'll do
the
it when I
ultimate
get home.
compliment, right? To do something like that for somebody.
Yes.
I think we have time to play one more track.
Yes.
And then when we
Very
come back,
cool.
we could kind of like wrap up everything. But don't forget to follow us on Twitter @ThatMusicMag. If you have questions right now, final questions for Milton and Rob, you could ask them there or join us in the chat room on gashouseradio.com and we'll make sure that those questions get to them. And of course, in the chat room is all the information where you can find these two gentlemen. But I guess the easiest thing to say is Milton Music with a Q and Rob Devious. And they could be found on various social media networks. And of course,
And I just wanted
just Google them.
to point out too that we're officially announcing this will be the first time publicly that anybody knows it. Do you want to do the honors of the 30th?
Oh yeah, March.
You can't just. This is where the sound effects would really come in handy. All right, yeah, thank you.
March 30th at the Hard Rock Cafe, we're doing the physical release party. We're taking Simple Pleasures off for free download. It's going to go up on iTunes, Spotify, etc., all the mainstream networks, and we're releasing the physicals, so everyone will see it there.
And we're going to be playing with a live band for some of Milton's set.
Yes.
That's exciting. That's
Yes.
March 30th.
March 30th at the Hard Rock Cafe.
Can people get tickets in advance for that?
Yes. We haven't got the ticket link up yet, but you can get them in advance. It'll be $8 and it'll be $10 at the door.
Should we speak about the DJ?
Very exciting.
We're not. Well, no, not yet. Not yet.
Special DJ.
A special DJ. All right.
Two special DJs actually.
Two special DJs. All right, play another song. We'll come back and say goodbye. What is it? What are we going to play?
We're gonna play Curtain Call, the last
All right.
song on the album.
I can feel the music running down my spine. Every note a reason. It's gonna be alright. misconstrued. I gotta make a way.
On any chance you get to get big, writing lines of time aside. A release, peace, breathe. All the same people acting like we're looking through a peephole. Don't wanna understand, but forever equal. Looking to the sequel, same as the past. It's a potent potion. Yes, I'm hoping. Calling a motive, keep me in motion. Wanna just floating, swimming through the ocean. Michael Phelps, tour the world. Let's get real, but on the real, the world will kill you. Let it end up high. Calm yourself and get on by. Know your worth, you cannot buy. Cost more than afforded with price. Live for more than you're alive. Make your name for when you die, so you live on in another life. Now let's get right. Let's get right. Let's get it right. It's not over till the curtain comes. It's not over till the curtain comes. It's not over till
I miss the days of the Dan countdown when you used to do music.
And used to write them on the wall so we knew.
Right, we were so organized. What happened? Now it's just back to a shit show. No, I'm kidding. This actually worked out really well.
We got 4 laptops and a microphone.
We have so much equipment back here to make this show work. It's amazing. All right. And another track by Milton and Rob. That one was called
Curtain Call.
Curtain Call, and that is about.
The curtain call?
It's the ending track.
Yeah, it's one of those.
It's the final.
Hey, it's not over till the
hurrah.
curtain call, and that's the curtain call.
Yeah.
The curtain call. The final hurrah.
Yes.
So right now, people can download Simple Pleasures, correct? And
Yes,
that's at
ma'am.
miltonmusic.com. They could get a copy.
Mm-hmm.
If they're too slow and they don't download it right now, they could come to the Hard Rock on the 30th, buy a hard copy, right? Or they'll be able to get it like on iTunes and all these other fabulous places, add it to their playlist.
$1.29 a track.
Who else is on the bill for that night? Do you know?
Yeah, so we have Young Savage is going to be on the bill. Jeremy Isaac, who's an R&B singer. We also have Milkay, and we're going to have a set featuring all Rob's beats and artists that are have recorded on them. So
Yeah.
there's going to be a lot of Corfu guys on there. You'll have
Yes.
Rich Quick, we'll have Voss, Screw Tape, Biz Mighty, among others.
Yeah.
And we're the DJ for Milton's set is DJ Sev1, who has a residency over there at Parks Casino, and Malk G's from 107.9 will be DJ in the night.
Malk G's is confirmed?
Yes.
We could say that now?
Yes.
All right. We could say that.
He had to
That's
confirm real quick on the phone before.
I want to thank you guys, Milton and Rob. Thank you so much for
Thank
being
you.
here. It was a pleasure talking to
It was a
both
lot
of
of fun.
you.
A lot of fun.
Simple Pleasures is amazing.
Thank
and
you
I
so
actually
much.
was privileged enough to get an advanced copy, and Shelly and I did really sit and listen to it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And talked about the album, and which is it's great. Congratulations on it.
Thank you so
I
much.
wish you
Yeah,
the best of luck with the project.
I wish you a lot of success with March 30th too. Make sure that.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
We got to start practicing.
Yeah.
And next Wednesday, we'll all be back again. I don't know who's on the show next week. I gotta be honest. Somebody's gonna be here, and they're probably really fabulous.
It's going to be someone from the Tri-State Indie winner.
And they're going to be amazing. I put in my votes for everybody who I wanted. Don't forget, in the meantime, head on over to thatmusicbag.com to read all the latest articles, music news. There's some new music, album reviews that are up there. There's some really good stuff right now. And you can read about the Craft Beer Express, which is coming up on March 8th.
Yes.
Which we didn't get to talk about, but that's like the ultimate beer tour of Philadelphia.
So
Yeah.
thank everyone for listening tonight, and thanks for everyone who's in the chat room tonight, and thank you, Michelle Singer.
We'll see you guys next week. Have a great week.
You got it.